Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to what I'm sure is going to be a very chill stream. Uh, did you expect rocky music for my training arc? Bum bum ba da dun da da dun da da dun. No, we're going to be simply working our way through a Japanese ghost story. Let me know if the music is too quiet. Or too loud, I guess. This ain't a music kind of stream. We're just gonna be talking our way through. Yeah, so hi, I'm Isaac Anzu, and today's stream is the first step in what I hope to be a very long process. I want to be so right now I am actually unable to work in Germany, where I live, because we just moved here from the US, and until you get the proper work permits, you aren't allowed to work, which is totally fine, understandable. But when I do start working, I want to try to find a job that can fit with, streaming and taking care of the house and all that sort of stuff. So probably something freelance that I can do on my own hours. And to that effect, I thought that all this language stuff that I've been learning, Japanese and German, could come in handy. Like if I can work my way up to translating Japanese texts, then I could really, find some work, I think. And the way that I've been practicing Japanese is really focused on reading as opposed to speaking. Halsey HR, ahoy! Ahoy indeed. Ahoy, like Marine senpai. Yes, I someday might want to understand, Japanese Hololive or other VTubers. So this is all in favor of my advancing my nerd goals. Especially, I want to read light novels in Japanese. So learning Japanese is kind of a personal project for me. But if I can get a job out of it, then I'm not going to say no to that. Even if I have to translate boring stuff. So today is going to be slow going. I'd love to learn Japanese myself, but can never commit to projects. Get halfway through and then find something else to do. Yeah, I tend to drift from interest to interest. I usually can commit myself to something to, like, get a project or two done, but then if it's not like super interesting, then I usually just leave. I have so many hobbies that I've abandoned over the years, which is actually kind of fun because, streaming like this, you get to dig deep into your hobbies and interests and say, like, oh, I could do this. I could brush off the old whatever skills. So yeah, but Japanese is a current project. So we're going to give it a shot here. Let me just open up my setup here. So it's still October 33rd. So we're going to do a spooky story here. It's a ghost story from Japan. I don't know what it is about, which will probably hinder me. But really what I want to do is just get used to reading the characters, get used to using... So Jisho is an absolutely excellent resource if you want to translate something in Japanese. We could also use DeepL, but I want to avoid translating entire sentences because if I don't recognize a word, I can look it up on Jisho, which is a dictionary. But if I don't recognize an entire sentence, then that means that there's some grammar stuff going on that I'm not picking up. And these stories should be simple enough that I'm able to get the grammar at my level. So no DeepL. Maybe next time if ends up being like a super slow process. But we can start right here. Mukashi Mukashi. Mukashi means long ago, so I'm guessing this is basically their way to start a story, like once upon a time, right? So we are going to be, let me just save this to the desktop. Ghost story. That's not how you spell story. The only thing that would hinder my ability to become a translator is my insane talent for mistyping simple words. Okay, Mukashi Mukashi. Aru tsude. Oh no, that's not tsu, is it? Let's see. So the other nice thing about Jisho is it's got this cool little interface where you can kind of click on the pictures and work out what a kanji is or isn't. Now, this kanji has the tree radical in it, and the measurement radical in it. So let me look this up. It's not attach, is it? Village. Oh, yes. My mnemonic for this one is you have to measure all the trees to build a village. So Aru Murade, which I'm guessing is in a village. Once upon a time in a village. Oh. Let's see if I can just copy paste this. Oh, I can. Okay, I don't recognize this kanji yet. Funeral. Funeral ceremony ga arimashita. Once upon a time in a village, there was a funeral. Ooh, there was a funeral. Okay. We're starting off with a nice spooky start here. Once upon a time in a village, there was a funeral. So, in my terrible pronunciation, Mukashi Mukashi, Aru Mura de O Soshiki ga, right? Soshiki? Yeah, Soshiki ga arimashita. It is 1 times spoopy. Yes. Just a funeral is just a one spooky factor. We need more. We have to go deeper. All right. Let's see. This is noon, I believe. I can make these bigger, actually. That probably helps. There we go. Nice and large. Oh, thank you for the subscription. Okay, this is noon, I believe. So at noon, mata. Oh, okay. So this is a big gathering, a crowd. At noon, there was a big gathering. But so you can't translate one for one. You have to say like everyone gathered at noon. Everyone gathered at noon. Otomurai no. Ooh. So I've studied a lot of kanji, but part of the reason why I want to do these stories, noon can be scary too. I don't know. I think noon is -1 scary point. Otomurai. Maybe just tomurai? Okay. Yeah, I've studied a lot of kanji, but one of the reasons I want to do this is because there's going to be a lot of words that aren't in kanji, which are not as familiar to me. So I want to, I mean, I don't know if how often I'm going to use the word funeral in a sentence, but now I know it. Soshiki. Otomurai no hito tarimo tarimo tachi hitotachi otomurai no hitotachi mo. So the funeral's people also let's see, this is the evening direction. Oh boy, I think I've learned this one. Evening. The Now wait a minute. Now I'm guessing. Now I'm second guessing myself. This is noon, right? Daytime. Everyone gathered, I guess, at noon or during the day. Funeral is a word you'll use every day. What is my profession? Am I an assassin? I don't want to be an assassin. I guess I could work at a funeral home in Japan. Then you would use the word funeral every day. Or yeah, if you're an assassin, you've got to have a cool line. And if you said like, you know, I'll attend your funeral, but in Japanese, that would probably sound pretty badass. Oh no! Now I want to attend. Now I want to figure out what that is. To attend. Shoseki. Oh yeah, yeah. No worries. Yeah, don't worry about it. Come and go as you please. Shoseki. So that would be soseki or shoseki. Is that soshiki or sosheki de shita? Oh, that's kind of a cool little sentence there in any way. Okay, I'm getting off track. The burial of the people. The burials people also in the evening. As for niwa, so as for what happened in the evening, oh boy, shosho or sho is a few, nakunate, shonakunate. I'm guessing this is yeah, few, and then I think this is became. Yeah. So basically what it says is everyone gathered at noon, but hitotachi mo means also. O tomurai, funeral no hitotachi. Wait, is that a funeral and people? But by the time the burial took place in the evening, only 7 or 8 people were left. 7 or 8 no wakamono, youths. Only 7 or 8 young people, and then this is remained. Tadake. No, that's not it. This is a grammar thing. Tadake narimashita. Tadake ni narimashita. Narimashita is, once again, to become. So, tadake ni, I think this only 7 or 8 young people remained. Now this is quotation marks. Hito ga ii desu to, said someone. Right. Sekaku is rare or great with trouble. That seems like the common word that's being used here. Sekaku. Oh, I should have learned this in Wanikani. This is break angle with trouble. Yeah. By the time the burl took place. All right, everyone. Once upon a time in a village, there was a funeral. Everyone gathered at noon, but by the time the burial took place in the evening, only 7 or 8 young people remained. Sekkaku, with trouble. This is gathered once again. Mo matanda. I think this is a verb. Matan, yeah. Ah, right. So this is so how would you translate that into English? It's essentially saying with great trouble or with pain, we have gathered here. Atsumatanda. Atsumatanda. Sekkaku atsumatanda. Maybe just use an English phrase. It is with great sorrow we have gathered here. It seems something more like a priest would say rather than random person. All right, let's keep going. So this is the temple, right? Temple. Yep. Tera no odo. I believe this is hall. O mukashi. Right? Long ago? Oh no, not long ago. Borrow. Temple of the hall of the temple. Ite. And this, I believe, is Ghost Story, right? Hyaku monogatari. Hyaku monogatari. 100 stories. But traditionally, a round of ghost stories. O yatte, to do. Mina eka. So rite. Let's say since we have borrowed the temple, shall we share ghost stories? Seems like kind of a non sequitur, but maybe that's a normal thing. I don't know. It is with great sorrow we have gathered here. So maybe this is a little bit too heavy, the English equivalent. Maybe we could say something like you know, today was difficult, or it's, oh man, translation. There's some creativity that goes into it. All right. It is with great sorrow we have gathered here. But that's not what he's talking about. He's not a priest. He's not trying to pontificate. Let me look at the translation of this word again. We could use this to mean more the rare, but it's not really. It's more of an adverb in this sentence, I believe. So it is, maybe we can say, not usual for us to be gathered like this. It is not usual for us to be gathered like this. Since we have borrowed the temple, shall we share ghost stories? And I'm pretty sure this just means, yeah. I dasu might even be a word on itself. Hitori ga iidasu to, someone said. Or I should say one person said, right? Because that's literally what hitori means. One person said. Ooh, good neck crack. All right. Iya. I'm pretty sure that means no, right? Iya. Disagreeable. No. The burial. So this is after the burial. Ghost stories o suruto. To do ghost stories. So no. Sharing ghost stories after a burial. What do they think about it? Honto no o bake ga deru te iu yuzo. Honto is really. Bake, I believe, is to change or to transform. Yeah. How does that? Is that a phrase? To leave. Right. To say, utter, or declare. Adds force or indicates command. Zo. Oh, that's a good one. I didn't know that article. So, Really, I will leave if you say something to say. To say. Bake ga honto is really, really truth. Yamete oko is stop, essentially. Stop that. Stop this. Don't go this way. So to can mean if. So we could say if you start sharing ghost stories after burial, I will, and we can add the word definitely to indicate this, definitely leave. Yeah, we can make this, these are youths, right? It's not normal. We can soften the language a bit. It's not normal for us to be gathered like this. Since we borrowed the temple, why don't we share ghost stories? 1%. No way. Right after a there, I will definitely leave. I will definitely leave. Don't even think about it, buddy. So to, I'm a little bit confused by its use here, but I'm guessing, is it the connecting sort of particle here? Hitori ga, oh, I don't know this word. I don't think I know either of these kanji yet. Okay, so this is but. Why don't I know the but kanji? I'm failing. Failing at life. And actually, I think I have learned that. But crowded. A crowded butt is something to recoil at. No, it's not. This is a lie. Don't even think about it. Said another person. Let's see. Shirigomi shimashita. Said another person. They aren't really hesitating, recoiling from the thought. That's a better way to put it in English, I think. No way. If you start sharing ghost stories right after burial, I will definitely leave. Don't even think about it, said another person, recoiling from the thought. How long is this story? Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get all the way through it, but this is fun. All right. This round of ghost stories. As for saying this round of ghost stories, this is evening and slow. Ah, okay. Late. So, late at evening, minna, everyone, gathered so later that evening, everyone gathered. Everyone else gathered. They just dipped on the person who was afraid of it. Okay, so let's see. 100 books. 100 something. 100 stories. Rosoku. Rosoku. Rosoku? Rosoku. Candle. Oh, 100 candles. Yeah, because when they were talking about this 100 stories, you're supposed to light 100 candles and share them and put one out. So, as for this telling of the ghost stories, later that evening, everyone gathered with 100 and put fire to 100 candles. Tsuke, otsuke. So I believe that is changed. Yeah, or attached. So this is lit 100 candles. So everyone gathered and lit 100 candles. O obake no. This is obake, right? Obake no hanashi. Obake no hanashi o suru. Hanashi o suru, telling stories, to tell stories. Koto desu. Koto desu. Ah, yes. So later that evening, yeah, we could say, even if this is supposed to be late in the evening, sometime later, or later that night, I think is a better way to put that. Later that night, everyone gathered again for the telling of ghost stories. They lit 100 candles. Now, it is talking about, so this is the kanji for extinguish. So I'm guessing that they'll explain the 100 candles thing here. But yeah, in order to, so to prepare for the stories, they lit 100 candles. And then I'm guessing this sentence here is going to explain the 100 candles thing. So, hanashi, story, ga owaru tabi ni. So, whenever story ended, hitotsu, someone, a person, mata hitotsu to, someone, anyone, right? Mata, someone would, I don't know if that's right. Mata, one person or another person, maybe is what it's trying to say. One person or another. Hitotsu, mata hitotsu to. Rosku, which is candle, no ka, right? Ka is or he, right? It's ka in words, but it's he. Rosco no hi o keshite iki. Extinguish. When a story ends, someone, anyone, extinguishes a candle. And on the last candle, when the last candle is extinguished, this is the same thing? Everyone can leave? Honto no ba. Okay, so this is a situation where I'm gonna plug into DeepL because there's obviously some sort of thing going on with this particular sentence. It's showed up twice now. A real ghost. Ah, bakega. Okay, so this changes this, right? Oh, no way. If you search this, I will definitely leave. A real ghost will show up for sure. Let me just verify this sentence. I know I said I didn't want to use DeepL, but I feel like I'm floundering a little bit here. Yamate oko. Oko? See, this is why you don't use. Let's not do that. One of them shied away. Okay. I guess we can use DeepL to kind of check. Ah, okay. So this isn't this isn't advancing the story, it's just explaining what's happening. So telling ghost stories is best when done late at night. First, you must light 100 candles. So we're changing the translation significantly here, but I mean, I'm very amateur at this, so yes, absolutely. All right, well, let's finish. So this is when a story ends, someone, anyone extinguishes a candle, and when the last candle is extinguished, a real ghost would appear, and all the youths. Mada is yet, I believe. Mada yet, still. A ghost would appear, and as for the youths, they would yet. I should know this kanji. They would pass the test. They would be tested. Okay. I kind of want to go back and check my work here. Let's. Once upon a time, in a village, there was a funeral. Holy shit! That's like exactly accurate. Wow. All right. Everyone gathered anew, but only 7 or 8 young people remained. Young men. Why young men? It's a pretty gender neutral term, isn't it? Yeah, I think I got that one. All right. So let's do a estimate of what this paragraph says, and then we'll check our work. All right. So first, you must like whenever a story ends, someone, anyone, puts out one of the candles. When the last candle is extinguished, as for the youths. So is this saying a real ghost will appear the young people did not want to test that? Did not want to test that. Okay. I don't think that's exactly right, but let's check it out. Go. The real ghost appears. Yeah. What does this say? But the young people have never tried it yet. As for the youths, yet. Is this shishiki? Shishita? Koto ga arimasen. Yet testing was not a thing that they had done. The young people so we say might appear. The young people had never tried it before. So I'm thinking with cool language tools like this, actual translation will come down to more creative writing sort of stuff. And obviously you can go for like DeepL Pro, right? If it's part of your job. All right. Telling ghost stories is best when done late at night. First, you must light 100 candles. Whenever a story ends, someone... Let's just see if I got that part right. One thing, then another. Ah, okay. So it's saying one by one. Whenever a story ends, someone puts out. Whenever a story ends. Whenever a story ends, someone puts out. So it's got the one by one. hitotsu. Yes, because this is not someone, this is something. One thing, mata hitotsu to. Totsu, mata hitotsu to. Whenever a story ends by one. That's a good way to. When a story ends one by one, we could say the candles are extinguished. The candles are extinguished. First. Start by. It's kind of like the translation I think would lend itself well to like a recipe. Start by lighting 100 candles. When a story ends, one by one, extinguish the candles. Extinguish the candles. When the last candle goes out, a real ghost might appear. The young people had never tried it before. All right. So now, ha-han. I think that's just laughing. All right. Ha-han. Ha. I think it's just a laugh. Oh. I don't know this word. This is a big word. Oh, coward. So, ikuji. Wow, that's a weird reading for that kanji. Haha. Shime. Does that just mean what a coward? God, what a jerk. Haha, you're a wimp. Yeah. I was right. It's just laughter. So this is Hontoni ni o obake ga, a real ghost. Deru kado. Kado is if, but. Kado ka. Yatte mina kuchiwa. Kuchawa. Oh boy. Yate. Yate minaku. To have a go, to try. Yatte minaku. Minaku chawakaru mai? I don't know that ending. Rumai. I've not heard that ending before. What is this full sentence? You'll never, so, wakaru. Wakaru is to know. Okay. Chawakaru? Okay. Waka. I have to try. Oh, interesting. And then is wakaru mai? I think it's a verb conjugation that I don't know. But I'll never know. A real ghost might appear. You never know unless you try. Oh boy. Wow, they're being mean to this person. Maybe we can soften it a little bit. But this is a older story, so what a wimp. Sure, a real ghost might appear, but we won't know unless we try. I can see why this story is about young people, because only young people would say, should we summon a ghost? Might as well give it a shot. Although there are elder people who believe in ghosts. Can't say that I'm particularly one of them. Soda, soda. Okay, right? Soda. Soda. Yeah, no, not that. Okay. Soda na. Yosh. So here we have the same verb. Yatte miru ka. So, sodana. Sodana. So basically they're saying, I believe na is just a sentence ender particle, doesn't actually add any meaning. Okay. All right, let's do it. We'll try. I believe is what this is saying. Yes. Okay. I suppose we can. Okay, I suppose. Soda. Okay, I suppose we can try it. Alright, they're gonna try it. Toいうことになり、若者たちは奈良のお堂で百物語を始めました。So now that everyone was on board, the young people went to the temple and began telling ghost stories. Right? And now that everyone was on board. Yep. And that's what happened. There's a lot of ways to say, and so it was. Okay. I can see why this is the first ghost story that this this website gives you, because it kind of gives some context to like the entire process of telling ghost stories, which is pretty cool. I like it. Okay. Once upon a time in a village there was a funeral. Everyone gathered at noon, but by the time the burial, but we should say, yeah, everyone gathered at noon for the burial. But by the evening, only 7 or 8 young people remained. It's not normal for us to be gathered like this. Since we borrowed the temple, why don't we share ghost stories? One person said. No way. If you start sharing ghost stories right after a burial. A real ghost will show up for sure. Let's not do that, said another person, recoiling from the thought. Telling ghost stories is best when done late at night. Start by lighting 100 candles. When a story ends, one by one, extinguish the candles. When the last candle goes out, a real ghost might appear. The young people had never tried it before. Ha, what a wimp. Sure, a real ghost might appear, but we won't know unless we try. Okay, I suppose. We can try it. Now that everyone was on board, the young people went to the temple and began telling ghost stories. So I'm guessing that these are like the beginnings of ghost stories. それは、じいさん, grandpa, から, from grandpa, I heard this story. As for this one, I heard this story from grandpa. Yeah. So, not a bad way to start it, but maybe add a little more context into the translation. I heard this story from my grandfather. In the next door village, in the neighboring village, Okayo ga shinda. Okayo? Okayo? Okayo. Okayo. Okayo, probably a family name. Da Hinina. Interesting. I think it's so before we translate, I think it's saying in the next village one day there was a death in the Okayu family. Okayu. Yeah. Okay. So Okayu. Okayu. How did it get girl off of that? Okayu no. Or no. Oh gosh. I don't know how to pronounce this. I haven't learned this kanji very yet. Rinson. Rinson no Okayu ga shinda nichi ni na. So we can kind of make it sound more like one day in the village up the road, a girl died. We can make it sound more like the beginning of a story in English. To minna de oh, this is a word I should know, and that is kawaru, which means to substitute. Kawaru. Okay, so when you say it like this, it means everyone took turns telling stories, right? Obake no hanashi o shite ite, and rosuku no hi o hitotsu kashite ikimasu. Yes, all right. I understood. Um, everyone took turns telling stories and extinguishing the candles one by one. I'm pretty sure that's accurate. I'm becoming more confident in my reading. That's the goal, right? The story of the ghost. Everyone took turns telling the story of the ghost. So we should specify then everyone took turns telling ghost stories. Everyone. And extinguishing the candles one by one. All right. Yamo yoru mo shidai ni fukete. Oh, okay. Yoru mo, also that evening. Shidai ni? Yoru mo shidai ni? Also that evening, as night falls. Yoru mo shidai? Shidai. Immediately after. So Yoromo Shidai is a way to say as night fell. Fukete? Fukete? Fukeru? Fu? Ah, okay. I also haven't learned this word. But is it... As the night went on, the candles to finally to ato hitsuto ni narimashita. The candles finally all went out. So my guess for this sentence is as the night went on, the candles finally were all extinguished. Oh, hitotsu ni narimashita. Hitotsu ni narimashita. Finally, there was only one candle left. All right, let's do that. Everyone took turns telling ghost stories and extinguishing the candles one by one. Finally, as the night drew... I wouldn't say drew to a close here. Finally, late into the night. Finally, late in the night. There was only one candle left. Everyone took turns telling ghost stories. Finally, late in the night, there was only one candle left. Hajime no the beginning, uchi koso, uchi koso. That sounds familiar. Uchi, inside, koso, finally inside, oh gosh, face white. Isn't this a confession? I'm pretty sure this is confession. Mask white. That's a word. Omoshiro, omoshiroi. Interesting, right. Omoshiroi hanbun. Half interesting. Omoshiroi hanbun. Half in jokes. De ita utachimo. They began talking half in jest. They began ita. Oh, that ain't it. I don't know this one, but I believe it's saying they began to joke. They began to talk half jokingly. Shidai ni. Didn't we just do this one? Shidai. Shidai. Oh, interesting. I know both of these kanji, but I did not know that they could be put together like that. Shidai. So that depending on kowaku na te kimashita, they began to joke that something scary wouldn't happen. Something scary might happen. Oh boy. Shidai. Oh yeah. It was part of this. Shidai. As it became night, Shidai. And then Shidai, they became so hajime no uchi koso omoshiro, right? Omoshiro hanbun de ita wakamono tachi mo. So the first thing they did was be amused, but then gradually kawaku na te kimashita. Ah, yes. Nate, again, became. Oh, good, you're still streaming. Hello, welcome back. First, the youth, the young people, joked about it, made jokes, were joking. At first, the young people laughed about it, but slowly they became more and more frightened. So it turns out that I have a long way to go on translating Japanese. I have switched to Deep L. But yes, so here's the story so far. Wait, no, I don't want to save that. I want to save this. Once upon a time in a village there was a funeral. Everyone gathered at noon for the burial, but by the evening, only 7 or 8 young people remained. It's not normal for us to be gathered like this. Since we borrowed the temple, why don't we share ghost stories? One person said. No way. If you start sharing ghost stories right after a burial, a real ghost will show up for sure. Let's not do that, said another person, recoiling from the thought. Telling ghost stories is best when done late at night. Start by lighting 100 candles. When a story ends, one by one, extinguish the candles. When the last candle goes out, a real ghost might appear. The young people had never tried it before. What a wimp. Sure, a real ghost might appear, but we won't know unless we try. Okay, I suppose. We can try it. Now that everyone was on board, the young people went to the temple and began telling ghost stories. I heard this story from my grandfather. One day, in the village up the road, a girl died. Everyone took turns telling ghost stories and extinguishing the candles one by one. Finally, late at night, there was only one candle left. I like late in the night better. Late in the night, there was only one candle left. At first, the young people laughed about it, but slowly they became more and more frightened. Uh-oh. There's quite a bit left of this story, I have to say. My ability to comprehend what's happening in this story is better than I expected, but still got a long way to go. All right, let's see if we can keep going for maybe a little longer. Let's see. Ika kono saigo no rosoku ga kietara. So this is saying it's fine. This last candle, when we extinguish it, this means a real ghost. Obake ga, honto no obake ga deru ka moshiren. I'm guessing that means will not appear. Deku kamoshiren. Not familiar with that word. Might. Okay. So actually what they're saying is it's fine. When we extinguish this last candle, a real ghost might appear. Daga, which I believe means but. Yep. However, donna o bake ga dayo to, which kind of ghost will appear? Oh no, I don't know this kanji. This is I'm not there in Wanikaila yet. One another. We have one another. We'll gang up on it. Yes, one another will escape. Ka. So, nige. Oh, like in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Nigerun da yo. Yes. Nige kotashi ni sho. So, if a real ghost, a real ghost will probably not appear, might appear, but if it happens, we can escape together. Okay, let's check. Look. Ika. Look. When this last candle goes out, the real ghost may appear, but no matter what kind of ghost appear, let's just run away from each other. So separate. So I don't know if look is a good way to translate that. Ika. Maybe like okay. But we can use look. Look. So when this last candle goes out, a real ghost might appear. Might actually appear? A real ghost might actually appear. I'm trying to get a good sense of like realistic dialogue. The translation app. But no matter what kind of ghosts appear, let's just run away from each other. A real ghost, maybe we say, if that happens, we can all run in different directions. If that happens, we can all run in different directions. Itomo. Itomo. I think that's saying that's good. Dona o bake ga daru ka kono kono me da shikari mite yaro. Okay, so tomo. I just want to make sure I have that right because E is good. E, this I, tomo. Good friend. Certainly is probably what it's meaning here. Certainly, even if sounds good. No matter what kind of ghost appears, let's see. With my own two eyes. Shikari mite yaro. Yaro. I don't think that's what I'm looking for. Seems right, I think. Shikari. Shikari. So, sounds good. No matter what kind of ghosts appear, I think this is saying I want to see it with my own two eyes. Sure. Let's see what kind of ghosts we can get. Yeah. Okay. That's about what I expected. A real. Okay. What kind of ghost? So this is basically saying what kind of ghost appears by our own eyes, we can see it. Yaro. Mite yaro. We can see it. Okay. How would you phrase this? Okay. Let's see. With our own two eyes is a good phrase in English. Okay, let's try to see. Let's see what kind of ghost this is with our own two eyes. Yeah, that captures these eyes, by these eyes. Yeah. All right. Wakamono tachi wa kuchi kuchi. furikuri. Every person, kuchi guchi. Every person ni ie mashita ga. 100 ghost stories. So this is all the youths, every one of them, spoke. They all spoke to each other. Every entrance. Imashtaga. Mashtaga. All the youths. The young men were talking. 100 ghost stories. No. The 100th ghost story of the 100 ghost stories. So this is the 100th thing, the 100th story. The ghost story's 100th story ended, and the last candle was extinguished. Oh gosh. This kanji is Yeah. Leaving them in darkness, darkening the hall. Hitori nige. Everyone ran. One person quitting while one is ahead. I don't think that's the right in the context. Futari, 2 people ran. The remainder, Tata hitori deshita. Tata hitori deshita. Tata. Just a minute ago. So they were talking. They finished the last ghost story, leaving the hall in darkness. 1 person ran, 2 people ran, and the remainder, no ha. Leaving everyone else behind. Leaving 1 person behind. Hitori, leaving 1 person behind. We can say, nervously, the young people told the final story, and then one of them extinguished the last candle, leaving the temple all in darkness. Then we could say something to the effect of like, in the cover of darkness, 1 person began to run away, then another and another, until only 1 young person was left in the... Until only 1 young person remained. Is fine. Remained. All right, that's kind of an awkward sentence. In the cover, 1 person begins, then another, until only 1 of them remained. 1 of them. So, nervously, the young people told the final story. Then 1 of them extinguished the last candle, leaving the temple all in darkness. In the cover of darkness, someone, I'm going to use someone here, someone began to run away. Then someone else. and someone else, and someone else. That's kind of awkward. Maybe we use someone here, then someone extinguished. That kind of adds some ambiguity. No, I don't like that, because that adds ambiguity. Someone extinguished the last candle. Like, we don't know who. But we don't know who in the cover of darkness. Someone, then someone else, and someone else, until only one person remained. Alright. Hun. Tarashi nei. What's this kanji? Do I know this one? No, not yet. Fellow, thing, he, she, her. Yatsu. Cubed tofu, often served cold. Darashi ne e Yatsurada? Those jerks? Maybe by the story. Sloppy bastards is how it's translating that. Sore ni shitemo. As for this, wa yaku dene no ka obake no yatsuwa. Nothing even came out. This ghost is also a bastard. Is that what this is saying? Okay, let's try it. You ghost. You sloppy. You. I think we can maybe call back to this person who really wanted to try it, because I feel like this story is kind of implying that this is the same person and they're about to get their comeuppance for asking to do this, for making fun of the person. But we can actually, add that to the story. What a bunch of wimps. What a bunch of wimps. Hurry up and show. Yeah, hurry up and show yourself. Stupid ghost. The remaining young person. Oh, okay. This is stomach, right? Belly and degree, the degree of the belly. Courage. Osuete. So this person had courage. However, the dark something, the darkness of the temple, is this sit? They sat down in the dark temple, humming Hugh Doro 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 Doro. Is that, see, there are Japanese like cultural things that I'm not familiar with. As the remaining young men sat in the darkened hall with their guts in their hands. Before their eyes, A white kimono ghost. This just ghost. Ghost. Yeah. Yure ga mireta no desu. So who's singing here? Oh, Oremisha. Hey. Yeah, okay. So we've got a lot of text here. What about yours? We haven't established the gender of this person, so let's continue to not do that. What about as the last person sat in the dark hall, feeling very courageous. A ghost in a white kimono appeared before their eyes. And they say, Doro doro doro, you doro doro doro. Now this might be, there's a little music note here, so this might be like a song. I'm worried this is going to be loud. Okay, so it's kind of a supposed to be like a whistle and is the last person being very courageous. The wind. So onomatopoeias don't translate well to English. So the wind, but we can simulate it. The wind whistled through the hall, and the doors and the doors and windows banged loudly. Wind whistled through the hall, and the doors and windows banged loudly. Oh, uremashia. Ura me shia. Urameshia. Ooh. I'm so jealous. I don't know if that's... I don't know if that's the best translation. Jealousy is wanting something that someone else has. So maybe we could say like, ooh, you have something I desire. You have something I desire. And this person says, yeah, ah, pretty much. All right. The young person thought, wakemono wa omoe wa de zu, to run away, so ni narimashita ga. So they want the young person. I desire chicken fingers. You have something I desire. Chicken tenders. A value meal at a reasonable price. Your modern conveniences, such as microwaves. I'm very jealous of your modern ability to make fast food. We didn't have that back when I was alive. Bring me the tendies. uh, Look, if that's all it takes to exercise a ghost, then good job. Yoku, good or often, well. Miru, you saw it well. Hore, horebore? Horebore? Horebore suru? Horebore suru? That's another onomatopoeic one that I don't know. Fondly. It looked fondly. Or suru yo na bijin no. Okay. That's all it would take to exercise me. But if you exercise yourself that way too often, then you might need to start exercising. So I think this is saying the young person thought they were going to run away, but they got a good look at the ghost, and it turned out she was beautiful. Yep. All right, nice. The young person was about to run away, but suddenly was captured by the beauty of the ghost. What's going on here? You know, if we... no, I don't think I will. No, I don't think I will. Ho! それはかなりのべっぴんさんだべっぴん Betpeen, another way to say pretty girl. So this is actually a beautiful lady. Wow, that's quite a pretty lady. That's what I would say. Excuse me, ma'am. It's quite a beautiful face you got there. Pepsi? Yes, if you ever go to Japan, just tell the ladies, you've got a face like a Pepsi, and they'll fall right over you. Betpeen. The oh, you're so beautiful. All right, let's see. That is. Oh, okay. I know this one. This is partner. It's aite ga demo, but the partner of the ghost. Wait, the ghost has a partner. Wakaku tekire. Tekire. Kire is not good. na bijin yurei. Yes, bijin yurei, the beautiful ghost. Da to seishi mo, let's see, kawaku arimasen. But the partner of the ghost was not beautiful, was not a beautiful ghost? Oh. Wakakute kirai na, young and beautiful ghost, is... Ah. That's not scary. Not scary. Oh, you're so beautiful. Oh, you're so beautiful. Suddenly, the young person thought the ghost wasn't so scary after all. Young person, we should say decided. This is absolutely leading up to like a comeuppance story, right? This person is going to get eaten by this ghost. I hope. They're kind of being a jerk. Young person decided the ghost wasn't so scared at all. They sat down and... Oh, I don't know this kanji. Let's see. Fathom? Ah, here we go. To ask or inquire. Tazuneru. Tazunemashita. They sat down and asked the ghost. They sat down and asked the ghost. Yeah. Wasn't so scary at all. They sat down and asked the ghost. Nah. Isn't that just... That's just a... Hey, say. Hey. Nah. Nya, see? Nya. Isn't nya like the way that cats meow in Japan? So anytime you have like a gangster going like, nya, see? Nya. Somebody needs to make a picture of like one of those gangsters going, nya, see? Nya. But he's got like cat ears. Cat girl gangsters. All gangsters are cat girls if they say nya, she, nya. Should tweet that. Chiki uremashi. Uremashi. Chiki. I don't know that word either. Chiki. Really? That's another reading for that kanji? Okay, I know that kanji. Alright. A short while ago. Chiki. Not long ago. Uremashi. Uremashi. Toi daga. Look, not too long ago, I said some mean things. One thing. Nani ga urameshi. Nani ga urameshi oda. What about the one thing? What about the reproachful thing? Oh, jealous. Nani ga? A little while ago, you said you're jealous of... You wanted something I have. What are you jealous of? Sat down. They sat down and asked the ghost. So, I have something you desire. What is it? Ureshiya. They're using, this is like double quotes. Jealousy, you said, is tadake dewa. This is one of those words that I always have trouble with. And it's not any of these. Tadake. I'm not just saying that. Nani o koto ka wakaran. Don't just say that. I don't understand. Right? Yes, yeah. What is it? I don't know what you actually want. Don't know what you actually want. それも何かを緑だ. Green with envy? It could be something green. Waka o kikasete kurenai ka. I will listen. Whatever it is. Oh. I will listen. This means coincidence? Oh yeah, okay. Alright, so da is just the sentence ending. But nani ka o en? I don't know this kanji yet. But it is a complicated one. It's a junior high kanji. That's a tough one. I bet they get to it in Wanikani. I don't know what you actually want. Surely, I think what he's saying is, so I have something you desire. What is it? I don't know what you actually want. Sure, it would be convenient. Convenient if I had that thing. What's going on? What's going on here? It would be a coincidence. It's your life. I had that thing. Can you tell me more? We're getting close to the end of the story. This is actually nice. Although this stream has been way longer than my normal streams on YouTube. Suruto... Suruto yure ga shio rashiku... kotoe mashita. Then the ghost answered sullenly. This must be sullenly, right? Meek, gentle, modest. Yeah. Not meek. Shiorashi. The ghost sullenly replied. The ghosts. Hi. Yes. Oh, is this the same kanji as before? No, maybe not. Didn't we see that kanji before? Maybe. Anyway, hi. Yokuzo. To search. Yokuzo. How admirably kudasai mashita. Hi, how admirably you have searched for it. How admirably I have searched for it. How admirably you have searched for it. Which basically is saying, yes, I'm glad you asked. Yes. Thank you for asking. Yes, thank you for asking. Watakushi wa? Watakushi wa? Watakushi? Ah, right. Watakushi is the old way to say I. Watakushi wa, as for me, the yonder mountain? Or maybe they're saying their name. Ko no mura kara. Ah, this is the village that she. I come from the mountain village. Ko. It's a strange word here. The village headman. Yoya, or shoya. Yeah, you can tell when there's a word that is not a common word because it's got the pronunciation there. Kochira. That way, right? That direction, yeah. Nomura no shoya. Chima no chima. Chima. Oh, this is all very polite speech. Tokoro. Place. Ni yato wa. Yato ware. Yato ware ta. I opposed the village head. Come from the mountain village. I opposed the village head. Futoshita. An accidental illness. It's my fate, and I fell. Okay, that's a long one. So I think she's saying, I come from a mountain village where I opposed the chief and fell ill. Oh, okay. Opposed. From the village on the other side of the mountains, I was sent. Ah, Kochira, this village headman person, at this village headman person place, Yoto wareta midesuga? But I lost my life due to a sudden illness. Okay. I was sent across the mountains I come from a village beyond the mountain. I came here to marry the chieftain of your village, but I died from a sudden illness. All right. But the chieftain, Mani Oshinde, the chieftain however, though, with the chieftain's money Oshinde, with the chieftain's money gone, Otomurai. Is this jealousy again? No. Burial. Shikurenai no desu. There was no burial. Sore de ima da ni. And now, aru no yo e ikinai deru no desu. I can't leave the world. Yeah. We could say leader, but the village leader would not pay for my funeral, and so I cannot leave this world. But it's not this world, it's that world. Let's go to the afterlife. Afterlife is a good way to say next world. Naruhodo, I understand. Soitsuke I doko da? What? Soitsu wa ki no doku da? Doku is poison, but I'm guessing this says that's awful. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, that has bad energy. I see. That's awful. But yeah, if we're really telling this story in English, then they maybe wouldn't apologize so directly. All right, let's see. Now this evening, Mina-sama, everyone, kata came together for 100 ghost stories, to tell 100 ghost stories. Shite kudachi dachata dasata. Mixing up chi and sa. It's an amateur mistake. してくださったおかげで、ようやく reservation? No, that's ようやく, not ようやく. Is this we gathered this evening, we gathered here to tell ghost stories. Oh. Tonight. Thanks to. Oh, how is that? So at last, yoyaku. Okay, cool. Wow, that's Wanikani level 60. All right. Big brain time. Yoyaku, finally. Odo? No. This is not pronounced do, is it? It is pronounced do. Odo ni deru koto ga deki, able to do. Dekimashita. Finally, at this hall, leaving, I was able to. So, o shiteku da chatta o kage de. So this must mean because of. Tonight. We've got to add a lot of ellipses to the ghost so that the reader knows the ghost is talking. Tonight, thanks to your ghost stories, I was finally freed from the temple. Doka o tera o. Oh no. What's this one mean? The priest, priestly teacher. Osho san ni onegai shite. So before I had asked the priest of the temple, and this is. Oh wait, I know this. The passage of time. Right? Oh, but it means sutra here. To pass, elapse, or go by. But I'm guessing it. The scriptures. Yeah. Okyo o agete kudasai. I asked the priest, please give me the scriptures before this. Please ask the monk of the temple to give us a sutra. So sureba. That's a word that keeps coming up in my studies, and I need to nail down the meaning. In that case. Yeah. Okay. If that's the case, the next world I can able to go to. Yeah. Please ask the priest to read a scripture so I may pass on to the next world. The female ghosts took the young person's hand. Yep. Nice. The ghost took the young person's hand. Wakata. Tashikani hiki uketa. And that is, I understand. Certainly, I will do that. Maybe we should say the young person took the ghost's hand? And of course, I will definitely take care of that. Of course. Let's see. The young person asked the woman, sushi to? With a swoosh. As the young person answered, with a swish, the ghost disappeared. Without a trace. Okay. Yeah. As they spoke, the ghost vanished without a trace. All right. And then I'm guessing we're going to get a moral here. Believe ghosts. Believe in ghosts, maybe. The next morning, the young person went to the priest and told the story. And that they met the ghost yesterday. That they met a good ghost yesterday. That the good ghost, to the good ghost yesterday, a scripture, age te morai mashita. Please read a ghost scripture. Please read a scripture to the ghost. Yes. The next morning, the young person went to the priest and asked for a prayer for the ghost. Went to the priest. And sate, so, I'm guessing. Well, sore kara, from that, toyumono, so, from something like that, the youth, oh, I don't know this word. Kide? Zokide? The youth's good fortune continued. Yagate Chosha. What? A millionaire? He became a millionaire? Wait. Okay, okay. And since that day, they always had good fortune and eventually became the next leader of the village. Okay, well, I was completely wrong about the comeuppance aspect of this story. Ugh. So in that case, we can change this. Are you scared? We can change the story slightly to paint the main character in a little better light. What a bunch of, you can say, scaredy cats. What a bunch of scaredy cats. Hurry up and show yourself, ghost. Do you want to make the story protag male? I feel like it might work better with the Oshimai. Oshimai. The end. That's a good thing to know if I'm translating these stories. Oshimai. That's all. Alright, not bad. Wow, that was a way longer stream than I expected. But we got through the entire thing. It turned out not to be that scary of a story, huh? But maybe it's a good story for the end of the spooky season. Anyway, thank you for joining me. I am absolutely going to be ending the stream here. It is way longer than I expected. So until next time, I'm Isaac Anzu. I hope you learned something today. I learned a lot of things. And I will be back with another story in 2 days. So for now, farewell.